Record. Wait, now the song plays.
Our mics on right now?
Yeah, they're on.
Okay.
You can say some shit. Say some shit, bro. Over the song. For juice, bro. For juice.
Yo, what it is, AkeemB.
Alright, bro. That's the shortest bar of all time. Alright, man. Now we're rolling, as you can see. You've oh my god, I can't fucking talk.
Good as hell, bro.
You have used OBS before.
Yes.
So you know what the fuck is going on.
Yep.
You know what it means when this screen is here.
I do.
It's the puff. Okay, dude.
I do. Right to you, Jeff.
Now we're going to the news. Weather at 4.
To the news.
Anyway, bro, it's good to see you again. It's good to have you back on the podcast. You're a podcast veteran, bro. You were back. You were like before episode 1 when we fucked up like 7 times in a row and we couldn't even get the first one out. That's how veteran you are.
I was the bad karma of the show for some reason.
Yeah, yo, every time this guy would enter I think my computer was racist a little bit. I think my it wasn't Asus too, bro. Asus is racist. My computer was a little racist because every time Jadel would come into my room and we would record a podcast, it would just freeze. It would just fucking freeze midway, and it would be like we'd be having a good time, bro. We'd be
good session. We'd be laughing it off, doing everything.
Right. I need to go back into my old computer and find those files because I cut some of them out. They were like, we were talking about ridiculous shit. It was so fucking funny. It was good. But anyway, thanks for coming back, yo. Thanks for coming back. So today I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about some common interests, some newly found common interests, and that's in anime, bro. You want to talk about anime a little bit? That is your trigger. I knew it, and that's how nice I am because I actually don't give a fuck about anime. I hate it. Fuck you.
Why lie to me and lie to yourself?
That's true, bro. You're right. No, I'm gonna come out. I do love anime, and I used to be one of the dudes in high school that was like, anime? It's more like hentai. Fucking nerd.
Yes, nigga. I watch hentai every day.
We would roast you all the time, bro. But then I got hooked on it, man. Our other mutual friend, Anton Gottspitz, shout out to Anton. He sent a few my way that were kind of like, we were talking about this earlier, that were like one of those niche animes. And I love those, yo. The ones that are like 12 episodes.
Yeah.
So it tells like a really nice story. Like, you know, in a movie you're restricted by an hour and a half or 2 hours. Yeah. You know how much like editing they do? You know what I mean? They have to cut this shit. But with those 12 episode formats, you just let the story flow. Yeah. You know, it's like over like a 10 hour period, but like it's almost like reading a book. It's really cool. And because it's Japanese, they just have a whole different way of telling stories. That's so fucking dope.
And it's like, that's why I love the belief that like no anime over 200 episodes can be perfect. For the fact that like they're stretching it in some way.
Yeah, there's a lot of filler.
That's the problem that hurts anime. That's what killed Naruto.
Bro, the one thing I hate about anime, the one thing like it fucking ruins it for me sometimes, is when the same thing is happening for 4 episodes. That's one. Bro, I want to run. It's so many of them.
Man, you don't know how hard it is for me. I can say this because I watch it, because One Piece, this story is one of the best anime stories ever of all time. But for me to tell people to watch it, it almost hurts because I know they're gonna come back to me and say, "What the fuck is this? Why is this character running in place for an entire episode and not much has happened?"
Yeah.
All I can tell you is like just push through it.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Okay, keep the fucking mic closer. How about that? Yeah, I want to hear your nasal, bro.
No.
Okay, so how would, cuz here's the thing, yo. I was hard to get me sold on it. But like I'm coming at this from a point of perspective for our loyal 2 listeners or whatever the fuck it is, if they want to kind of get into it, if they haven't. So like what do you think it is about anime? Because it's getting fucking popular. But we were talking about it earlier too. Now that it's on Netflix blows shit up, bro. I told you like what it's done for stand-up comedy specials.
Exactly.
Like it makes shit popular. So anime is becoming popular, but what do you think? Like, why do you think it is? Why do you think it's so successful here? How do you think it's different from, like, like fucking watching SpongeBob? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Basically, for me, it's like it boils down to the fact that people don't realize this, but every single season there are 20 anime that all have one episode drop, and then weekly for that whole entire season, those same 20 animes are going to continue. So there's literally so much anime every year that there is one anime that suits. Like there's one for everybody. There's one for your personality. There's one for Average Joe's personality. For the people who just want to sit down and just watch it and they're not really into the intellectual stuff, they can go. There's an option for them. For the people who are only into serious plot and very vulgarness, there's an anime for them every single season. That's why it's becoming so much more popular, because it's like also because of Netflix too. It's like the way that Netflix, it didn't change just bringing everybody onto anime. What it changed was bringing the niche anime to certain people who I would never think would watch. Certain people come up to me who I would never think would watch even Naruto, are coming up to me talking about 7 Deadly Sins.
Yeah. Or like Attack on Titan. That's a big one.
Like Attack on Titan was the major. I would argue that Attack on Titan brought anime to Netflix. Right.
But here's the thing, like, where the fuck could you find such a cool concept as these people, this city fighting for their life, getting fucking gruesomely destroyed by these giants? Where could you find that in like Western TV? You can't.
I don't want to shit on movies because I just became a movie person this year, but like for the longest time of my life, I thought anime had such a better concept than any movie.
Oh no, I agree with you fucking 100%, bro. And like I only started watching it like a couple years ago, like I started getting really into it. But bro, movies that come out now are garbage. Like in terms of story, there's never any story. There's zero story. What they do better is like, you know, the action, the effects, the fucking graphics, the big noises. Like, not to shit on Marvel too much, but that's essentially what it is now. It's less about, you know, the comic, you know, the storyline that the heroes would go through, and it's more about spending 200 million on a big fucking bang that's purple. Maybe it's purple, maybe it's blue a little bit.
And it's amazing for me. I watch all the BTS for Marvel, and I understand why, like, fuck this shit, like how deep it gets. But like that also pisses me off, because people don't realize how much a movie costs to make, and for them to make a trash one is so disrespectful.
Bro, let me tell you this. And this might be an unpopular opinion. I thought Endgame, or what was it? That was the last one, right? Endgame. I thought that was actually the worst movie I've ever seen.
Oh wow!
I thought it was one. No, I'm exaggerating, but I was like, what the fuck is it, dog? That was so stupid when fucking this guy comes back, the Ant-Man, and he's like, guys, I have the solution. We just have to go back in time. Bro, I almost threw my TV. I was like, that's been done fucking hundreds of times. Well, how are we going to discover it? This guy discovered time travel in 40 minutes.
Yeah.
What?
And then Tony Stark took that and like, yo.
That's what I'm saying. We just have to go. Yo, this was the line in the movie. Do you know anything about particle physics? Or no, quantum physics? Yeah. He's like, not really. Oh, good, because we can go back in time. Yeah. This guy did... Like, what if the guy in the movie was like, yeah, I understand a little bit. Yeah. He's like, okay, should we explain this a little bit? Yeah. They didn't. It's just quantum physics. How are we going to go back in time? Quantum physics. And they just do it. Like, what the fuck? It was so lazy. It was so lazy.
Everybody was paying attention to the time travel thing. I actually watched like a 15-minute video explaining, because time travel is a whole community. There's a whole fan fiction community of how time travel should actually work, and how. So they made a video on Endgame, and they actually said that Endgame did not do it in a completely retarded. Oh, that's a bad word to use nowadays.
Yeah, it
stupid way.
Oh my god, we're gonna get shut down. Oh my god, bro, turn off the lights right now. Worse than the F-bomb. Oh, yo, we're gonna have to fucking blur out your voice. It's gonna, you know when like someone's calling like for ransom. They're like, hello, if you want to see your we're gonna have to do that to your voice right now, bro. Anyway, go on. What were you saying?
No,
People
it wasn't
roasting.
used in a stupid way because
No,
they
but it
used
was so
multiverse.
dumb,
They
bro.
didn't use one timeline, man. At the very least, they didn't do that dumb shit.
But like, but here's actually the interesting thing. The multiverse is like scientifically sound. Like that's a proven phenomenon.
Yeah.
Like I was reading a Stephen Hawking book that fucking blew my mind, yo. It was saying that like universes are popping up like imagine boiling water. You know how it's bubbling, and then sometimes you'll get the really big ones. Universes need to reach that big bubble to be allowed to expand into full universes. If not, they just pop like the small bubbles. The universes are popping in and out all the time, and it's very lucky that we get a universe like ours that is one of those big bubbles, and that allows it's called rapid expansion or some shit like that. I don't fucking remember the terminology. But yo, yeah, like that shit is actually a real phenomenon. Like they've been I don't know if it's still theory or it's like scientific fact now, but just universes are popping in all the fucking time. That's crazy shit. That is crazy shit because that means there's an infinite amount of universes, infinite amount of shit going on. They were literally using in the book, they're saying that like there could be a universe where the moon is cheese, you know. That's fucking wild. So that is actually scientifically sound, as opposed to saying quantum physics and just traveling back in time. I was like, fuck you guys. But you know what? The movie had a crazy good battle scene, and it had $200 million effects, and that's why everyone loved it.
Yeah.
With anime, it's all the thing I appreciate the most. And maybe it's easy for me to get into anime because I've always liked Japanese video games.
Yeah.
And they kind of do it similar. Just the way they tell stories is so fascinating. It's so cool. And I think this is the biggest selling point for anyone who wants to come over to the weeb side, you know? I'm still getting there. I'm like a white belt in weeb. Yeah. In weeb. You're like a blue, a brown belt.
The tentacle porn level.
That's not a belt, bro. This guy's a tentacle belt.
If tentacle porn intrigues you, come through.
Jeez, bro. Let's watch some hentai right now, eh? But I think the biggest thing is, everyone storytelling, like listening to a good story, everyone loves it. Yeah. Everyone. It's like the greatest pastime for humanity. Exactly. You know? 2 million years ago when we started talking, there was no fucking iPhones. People were just telling stories. That was it.
That's the thing. I feel like with stories, with music, with everything, it's like whatever conveys an emotion that gets you off your ass, or gets you to feel a different way,
bro.
How you're actually feeling. That's when something's hitting you.
Anime is that every other episode it hits you with one of those, bro. It's crazy.
One of my favorite anime this season, and I've like debated with people so much because it's an underrated thing. It's called Vinland Saga.
Yeah, what's that about?
It's basically an anime about Vikings.
Yeah, and
I'm learning about the way Vikings thought, the way they had something called Valhalla, which is similar to
where their religion.
Terrorists thought they would go because they were warriors. They thought they would get 42 virgins. And shit.
Oh.
It was the heaven for warriors.
Yeah,
and it's just such a good anime. The way it's realistic, it doesn't do too much like Dragon Ball Z or something like that.
Yeah,
Vinland Saga is so dope.
But here's the thing, it's not just the story too. All these, like a lot of these animes have like these really cool action scenes and shit like that. So there is the eye candy, and some of the illustration is fucking amazing, man. Yeah. Some of the animation, I should say, it's so cool. They get it kind of ridiculous where they love having at least like one person for every color. Like they'll have a chick with purple hair standing next to a dude with a green uniform, green hair, and green shoes, and then a red guy who comes from a flame background or some shit. Like they love that shit.
That's the amazing thing, because like that's that emotion we're talking about, even with hair and with colors. Colors always that's true. Even in marketing, like marketers know to give the people certain colors for certain products, just the way it's anime. For certain characters, for certain like personality types, you have certain hairs of color.
Yeah,
that's amazing. That's why it's good. You could always see your character. You always see the person you want to see.
Yo, I often, like, when I'm watching some animes, I'm like, yo, I'd be that guy. I find that guy all the time, bro.
Exactly.
I've watched a few actually recently that were just I was like, holy shit, bro. I was just thinking about it for like a week after.
Mm-hmm.
There's this one called I messaged you about it. It's called Kaguya-sama Love is War.
Yeah.
Dude, that is the smartest. Like, I'm not saying it's my favorite, but it's definitely the smartest show I've seen like in fucking years. Just of any show.
Yeah.
Like Western, Eastern, whatever. Like just any show. And it was fucking hilarious too. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
But like they just get down into it so much better than any shows here. They just like they do make you think and feel more, I think.
Like it's like what like anime goes that in depth on like the man to woman.
Yeah.
That.
Oh, it's so good, bro.
Their
Everyone should
mindsets
watch that.
literally think.
Yeah. And like I started to think about that. I'm like, oh, that's kind of how I think sometimes.
Yeah.
And I guess we're getting into it without, there's probably no context, so we shouldn't spoil it or anything.
Yeah.
But just I think just the way they do it differently is really interesting.
Even the way that like they talk about like women, the way that like women show their interest, and the way that like they actually have to, because it's like a woman will show their interest, but it's like they also want you to still approach them.
I know, girls are fucking weird. They do this thing where they expect guys to be smart. But we're fucking stupid. Like we don't get the signals. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They're like, I'm gonna lay out these messages for him, and then guys are just like, I want pussy. I want to fuck. So we're not like, you know what I'm saying? It's this, and then it becomes this weird thing where it's kind of like a game. In the anime, this is probably all we should say about it because I don't want to spoil it. Everyone should watch it. It's called Kaguya-sama Love is War. If you can fucking find it. That's on you, bitch. If you're interested, fuck it. I highly recommend it.
I got a few links for
you. In that anime, like every other episode or so, they were playing some kind of game.
Mm-hmm.
They were playing some kind of game. And they kept reinforcing the idea that like these relationships are a game. Mm-hmm. And like the games we play within a relationship. And I was just sitting there, I was like, holy shit, this is exactly what's going on. This is exactly what I'm doing. This is exactly what she's doing. It's fucking and it gets into your head so much better than a lot of shows that come out here. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You know what's
funny?
Or produced here.
Isn't it crazy that like no matter how much relationships are analyzed, we still can never get it right?
Yeah. I'm telling you, man, it's because guys are stupid. It's because guys are really stupid and girls are too emotional. It's nature fucked us. Nature was like, I'm just gonna shit on these fucking apes here. They're gonna be fucked for centuries. These dumb motherfuckers. They should have just been fucking each other in public. Like,
isn't it amazing that like out of turtles. All of your friend groups, you can only like pick out like one or two people that actually have parents that are still together?
Yeah. Divorce rate. Why is divorce rate so? That makes me think. I was like, is this a trap? Yeah. Because marriage is a religious thing, It's a religious concept, so it's been passed down. So I'm thinking, and you know me, man. You know how well I do. Yeah. So I don't know if I'm gonna be tied down like that.
Marriage is for the government.
It is kind of for the government.
Marriage is like,
why the fuck they want us to get married, man?
Fam, the marriage is literally it's not religious. It's the symbol of me and you having a relationship. And then the government is just adding to the threesome.
Yeah, the government wants in, eh?
The way they want us to
share. Government needs to get their own pussy. They need to go fuck France or something.
Fam, the government is fucking the world.
The government is stole. Oh shit. So let's wrap that up on anime. Yo, what happened to your boy Juice? What happened to your boy Juice, bro? Your boy. You really like those guys who get dreads and then like frost the tips with like different colors.
Coincidentally,
that just like anime, yo. Yeah. You like anime looking rappers a lot.
Juice WRLD was an anime rapper. I was just listening to one of his songs, Naruto, today.
He had a song called Naruto.
It's because these rappers nowadays, when it comes to like Juice WRLD, Uzi, RMPX, all these people were in my generation.
Yeah.
So it was like, even in their music, it's like I can tell that we're of the same vein, the way that we like certain similar things. And it's just the way it goes.
Yeah, I feel that.
That's why I gravitate towards certain rappers and stuff like that.
I feel that. That's pretty cool. Why do you think, yo, you would always get cheese in me for in high school for saying this. Why do you think black dudes love anime so much easier than white dudes?
Oh, because
Why do you think like so many?
I have an answer. Yeah. I have an answer. It's
Go for it,
because
yo.
black people have no example of how to be on television in a cool way. Like white people have. Why am I feel so weird saying white people? I don't know why.
Fucking white people, bro.
Caucasian
no. You're in
people.
the perfect age to say it. Just say fuck white people. You can get away with it now, for sure.
Everybody has problems, bro. No, it's no fuck.
No. Janelle, you're not listening to me. You get like your time is now. The age of the white person is done. You gotta take advantage now.
I'm cool. White people, I love white people.
Nah.
But like white people have an example. Like they have movies. Like they honestly can grow up with a specific role model, and it's like I think for black people, since we can't see face, at least in an anime, it's like there's no real skin color. Like you really put it. Like you don't really like think about Goku is white. You know what I mean? You don't think about shit like that. You just think Goku is just Japanese or he's just an anime character.
Oh, I see. It's like
you don't see color. It's just something that we can relate to.
It's like a voice coming from like a completely different country or culture. So there's no. So when you watch that show, you don't see it in your society.
Yeah, it's not selective. It's not like
that
I could grow
cool,
up watching Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, and then Zach and Cody are having a great time, but I don't relate to that, so I can watch.
That's right, bro.
Like I don't.
There was no Sweet Life of Trayvon and Damon.
I can't relate to that, so I can watch shit like. I can watch Dragon Ball Z and kind of relate to Saiyans. Like some people don't watch anime and they can relate to like Family Channel, like That's So Raven and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm not really into that, but
And we were talking. You were telling me on the porch how like in our shows here, the black girl is always like the black people they have in TV is always either ratchet or the really no nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't tell me off. You know that kind of shit. That's how. Whenever there is, well, I guess that's really changing now. But I guess a few years ago, whenever you would have a character that was black, it was kind of portrayed like that.
Yeah. Like I tell you, my preference for women growing up was literally shaped by the Disney Channel.
Saying you wanted that, you wanted some squirrel, eh? You were looking at Sandy a little funny,
actually,
bro.
No, my first celebrity crush, actually no, my first celebrity crush was Sugar from YTV. Then it was Vanessa Hudgens. Then it was Curiosa.
Bro, fucking Sugar and Carlos, right?
Yeah.
Fucking squad, bro. Fucking represent, bro. Sugar and Carlos,
you
bro.
brought me Avatar, fam.
Holy shit. Was Avatar on YTV?
They had they showed it on YTV.
I think like SpongeBob was my show, yo.
Yeah,
SpongeBob.
It was actually in sequence. You could watch Avatar, SpongeBob, then Beyblade would come on. Then
Beyblade, bro.
And then Saturdays were my favorite days ever.
That's another
from morning to night.
Those are animes. Beyblade and Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon.
Beyblade is one of my favorite animes. I've watched all 3 original Beyblades like over and over and over again. I don't like that new shit, but
but that like those ones were probably the first ones to come over here. And like if it's on YTV, a kid's gonna be watching it and being like, "This is fucking crazy. This is so cool." Are you kidding me, bro? Yu-Gi-Oh. What the fuck is SpongeBob doing? SpongeBob's running around chasing fucking butterflies, bro.
Exactly.
Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm laying down the dark magician, bitch. I'm seeing this guy blow shit out of a fucking staff.
You know what?
There's no comparison, man.
I'm very upset at Yu-Gi-Oh! Because playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And watching the show is like crazy because then you see Yugi will literally break every single rule that you can't do. It's absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
What happened to Juice, bro? What happened to Juice?
What
the fuck happened to Juice?
What a tangent.
I know, bro. It's because you're very excited on the topic.
Yeah, but I don't want to say anything, obviously, because I don't want to just assume.
No, but why do these fucking rappers keep going out like this, man? Why can't they, like, they're not learning? You see it over and over and over and over. It's fucking wild. This guy was 21. He's 21, man. That's too young. Like, even if you hate him, you look at 21 and you're like, damn, that's whack.
It's really because the labels.
Yeah,
The
labels. I
only
hate
have-
labels, man. I hate what they
only
do.
have one purpose: is to push the agenda and make money.
They're corporate. They're fucking so corporate. They have the labels have zero to do with actual musical interest, or not all of them, of course. There are some, but like the really big ones have nothing to do with musical interest or musical capabilities. All it is a corporation with assets, which are the artists, and they want to squeeze the assets to make money.
Exactly. Even if the assets have bad habits, like Juice WRLD may have had a very bad drug habit.
Yeah.
All they did was just fan the flame for that. And
they would have got him more.
Exactly.
They would have been like,
Even
they would have
the
signed
label
him a
was-
manager to fetch him Xanax.
Oh my God. And I saw this in a video today. Somebody was talking about Juice WRLD, and he said the perfect thing. Do you think the labels are upset that he's dead right now?
No. God
Absolutely
no.
not.
Why the fuck, bro?
Even
I think
me, I've been streaming his music all day today.
I think when
That's just more money for them.
Michael Jackson died, like one of his albums that he released years ago went back onto #1.
Exactly.
Why the fuck would they not want that?
Well,
And there's always another guy. Do you understand?
Exactly.
It's
There's
a
going to be
fucking
another
machine.
Juice WRLD next year.
There is.
They're gonna
That's-
make another one.
That's the problem. I think that's the main problem that I have with pop music, and that essentially, if you want to call it pop rap or whatever, like it's under the genre of pop, where these people who do like whatever music, they can be replaced so quickly. Some of them are obviously talented. You have to be
Juice WRLD was
talented. You have to be talented to get to the top.
Yeah.
So you can talk shit about all these artists. They have talent, but they're being extorted instead of like advancing their musical career. They're kind of stuck at this one level and they're squeezed, and then it's like a fucking it's a done lemon. They just toss that shit in the compost.
Even the way we treat music nowadays, that's why we have the phrase called microwave music that is new in this age. Microwave music is essentially the fact that all songs nowadays are 2 minutes. And the reason why it's 2 minutes is because if it's 2 minutes and you really like it, you're going to play it over and over and over again compared to a 5-minute song, because now you have more streams because it's 2 minutes. This is why it's microwave music. It's literally, it's like music that you choose over having that 6-minute Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah. So like I've been one thing that just popped in my head when you were saying that is on the man MF Doom. He's kind of showing in the camera in the very top right corner. That's my man MF Doom on that poster, and on his album Mad Villainy, which is fucking it's just the album, bro. It's just the album, fucking produced by Madlib. Crazy fucking album. This guy, almost the whole album, there's no choruses. It's just kind of like 2 to 3 minute songs. He says his piece over a nice beat, and that's it. He moves the fuck on.
That's why,
and I like that. That's like a little piece of that's like writing a poem. You know what I mean?
MF Doom doesn't give a
He doesn't give a fuck. He's the man,
about
bro.
what y'all want.
He doesn't give a fuck.
He is gonna go on a beat that is so unique to his style, and then destroy it. Just be himself.
So this is a man that's outside of like the really. He was on what's the record? Stone's Throw in California. They're a really cool label. They're actually like a very respectable. You know, they're a label that actually cares about the artist, like more like a family.
But that's the thing. That's
you know
why
what I mean?
he's the underground king.
He's
That's
the
why
underground
he'll
king,
always
dog.
be the underground
But
king.
he didn't get sucked into that shit, and you could see how much better he got.
Exactly.
Like all the best rappers, man. This is my problem because I say a lot of these mainstream rappers are shit, and I stand by that statement. But they could be a lot better, in my opinion, if they're given the space to musically grow. The people on the underground are always better, in my opinion, because they're actually real, yo. They're not under some fucking alternative motive to make money.
And it takes people going through shit to actually go, like, to truly want to.
That's
just
true. Yeah. How the fuck can you like? What do you have to talk about at 21? Sure, you have a little bit, but as you grow older, it all becomes more clear. There's more experiences, more reference points.
I also think people don't believe lyrics. Earl Sweatshirt, this man made a whole album about about his depression, and then people were like, "Where's Earl? Where's Earl?" Like years after, because he was actually depressed. he was being, and now Earl is just like MF Doom. He's going on those weird beats, and he's fucking just bodying it, not giving a fuck about choruses, not giving a fuck about what y'all want.
But Earl was hard, like from day one.
Yeah,
like I remember,
Earl was dope.
Even when I didn't like rap, I listened to his song Hive. Fucking hard song, bro. Hard song. I need to listen. I haven't listened to that song in a while. That's
Because
a
his
hard
wordplay
song.
has always been up there. His dad's a poet, so maybe that's what influenced him.
Oh
too.
yeah, yeah, for sure. If you
Go
have
like that.
music in your background, you lucky motherfuckers, bro. I think we need to start doing it like Chinese people. Like, I'm gonna beat my kid until he learns the piano. Yo, get the
Yeah.
fuck back on that shit, bro. Get the fuck back there.
And they're economically a lot in a better situation.
They got it down, bro. Fuck the kids.
Yeah.
Fuck their feelings. We can't let these kids have feelings, shit up.
Yeah,
We
there's
need
a
to
lot of-
beat them until they learn guitar and they learn a martial art
Yeah.
because they need to take care of me when I'm too old to work. Do you understand?
Yeah.
That's how this whole thing works.
I'm not gonna lie, like feelings hold society's back.
Yeah.
Like,
Dude, if you
it's fucked up, but it's true.
but yeah, like if you don't have any feelings, like if you're just kind of like one of these numb people,
I think in life you have to learn to be dumb.
it's somewhat you well, no, I disagree. Like there's some things that will numb you.
Mhm.
Like some bad times will come. You'll be like, fuck, man, and you'll be like in a state where you don't want to feel anything.
Mhm.
But for the most part, like you're here to live, to feel, to experience. So like I don't think it's good when people walk around like that.
Yeah.
When shit happens, you learn. But how the fuck how do we get to this? What were we talking about before?
It's always tangent. Juice roll.
Juice, my boy
But I do
Juice.
have to say one thing. I don't like that. Well, I don't want to say I don't like it 100%. I don't like that men are being told to become more emotional because I think it's setting us back. And I really do believe that.
Yeah, bro, they're giving trophies for 8th place. Bro, if I ever finished 8th place and asked for a trophy, my dad would fucking slap me.
Because
There's only one fucking trophy, baby, and I'm always getting the fucking silverware, man.
Yeah.
I like these kids are being taught how to be pussies.
yeah,
There's nothing wrong with
there's nothing wrong.
There's
with
nothing wrong with knowing yourself and saying what the fuck you feel and saying what the fuck you mean.
Yeah.
And there's another thing of just being a complete pussy bitch.
Yeah.
And that's kind of that's the path we're on right now. We're on the pussy bitch road.
And that's the thing. I can only speak for this from experience too, because I, like, for the first 10 years of my life, have just been raised by a woman. And then I understand, as growing into a man, there's certain mindsets that I retained from that don't really help me. Because I'm learning to become numb, because at the end of the day, fam, you can express all these feelings and stuff, but if you have a crying kid, you have to be numb to whatever the fuck you're feeling and raise your child.
Being a mom is, for sure, it's the worst job in the world.
Yeah.
For sure, easily the worst job in the world. Like, it takes 2 seconds for this shit to happen.
Yeah.
9 months of excruciating labor. Well, not the full 9 months, but like,
Yeah.
it's a pregnancy's a bitch,
carry a child.
and then you have to raise this useless pile of fucking
fam,
meat
anybody-
that wants I'll stick. If I'm 2 years old, I'm sticking a fucking knife in an outlet,
And you have
and I don't give a shit.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to,
Because you don't know. Literally, as a child, you're just testing everything. And then every child burns themselves on the stove.
Yeah, bro.
And then that's the one time they learn that lesson.
You know, like Vietnam fucking soldiers probably don't have worse PTSD as moms do, just dealing with all the
'Cause, fam,
paranoia.
it's not even about just having a kid. It's like any person with a dick can have a kid, but to raise a good kid,
Yeah,
that's another level for you.
yeah.
That's why I think men should learn to be more dumb. Fuck all this emotion shit.
This guy's hard, bro. He's fucking fuck
your emotions.
fuck your feelings, bro. We run up
Fuck
on you,
your
fucking
feelings.
kill you.
Cry by yourself, pussy head.
Yeah, that's right. Raise yourself, motherfucker. Go out in the woods, build a fucking cabin, kill a wolf with your teeth. What the fuck
But
you
I
doing?
can't talk yet. I'll talk when I'm independent.
That's true.
No,
That's
I'll
true. You
keep
gotta
my
get
opinions
independent,
silent.
bro. Me, I work for everything. You know that? I don't have a family. Those white people that live upstairs, bro. What the fuck? I rent this basement. You thought? Oh, you fucking racist, eh? You thought we were related just because we're white, eh? What if I said that to you?
I thought you were related because y'all have the same face.
Yo, honestly, we probably talked about this. I feel like we talked about this when you were on the episode on earlier last year. But like when I first met your brother, your half brother, Ivancito, my boy Ivan of the Yukon, who looks he's like Dominican light skin, right? You know how like
He's
he has
cute as
that
a
like
butt.
he has that Spanish light skin look.
Yeah.
And you do not have that same look. I was so confused, bro. I was so confused, man. With white people, you could just find any two white people and their kid could look like any other white person. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know how I got to that.
Yeah, but that's like it's funny. Just thinking about it, like this is just a funny scenario, by the way. Just the way we see things. Like imagine you're walking a park, right?
Yeah.
And you see an entire white family who adopted a black kid, right? you just see them playing, and you kind of look by, but you question it. And you're like, now let's think of that in reverse though.
Yeah.
I think if you just walk in a park and you saw an entire black family with one white child, some white person would probably see that and be like, "Oh, what the fuck is going on? You need help?"
Yeah, no, they wouldn't even say anything. They'd just be calling the police straight away. Bro.
It's crazy.
That's so
I don't know how we got to that, but that's
fucking hilarious, yo. that is true, yo. That is true. Because I don't think black people would have the patience to raise a white kid. You know,
fam, dog, that white kid is being raised. That would not. That white kid is coming out they're coming out that household different.
But that's the thing, yo. It's weird here that we have this like white people, because like white people, like what does that mean, yo? A Polish person has as much in common with a Portuguese dude as they do with a chair.
Fam,
you know,
Portuguese, Italians, and Spanish are all the same.
They're way different than like a Swedish dude.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They're way different than a guy from Paris.
What was that racist shit that they used to say? It was like it was white, but it was like they had a word for like pure white. It'd be like Nubian or some. It was some word that they used for purebred white person, like
really?
The purest white form. I have to find that word because it's a funny ass word.
What? Like the Nazi one? Like
no,
Aryan?
It's like something that the KKK members would call themselves.
Oh yeah.
Like we're something white.
Like the whitest of white. Yeah,
the purest of white.
What's the whitest thing you can think of?
In action or like?
Just like to reference. Like what is the whitest part? What is the whitest thing you could achieve?
Goat yoga.
Yeah, okay. What the fuck is goat yoga, bro?
White people have invented a form of yoga in which goats jump around while you're doing yoga, so the goats would jump on your back and shit.
Really?
And apparently it's therapeutic.
Yo, if I was a goat, that'd be pretty fun. I could just headbutt this fucking dumbass.
You're doing the downward dog, and then a goat jumps on your back.
Just rams you from behind.
Man, don't say white people don't have culture. They do.
Yeah, white people like the culture white people have is, oh, that guy has cool culture. I'm gonna take that and make it weird.
Yeah.
And then that's the whole culture.
I can give you the whole history of how dances become, and then they die.
Like white people are really good at stealing shit. Huh? They're really good and arguably making it better. I don't know. I don't know.
Like, do we realize that Thanksgiving and Columbus Day are still holidays to this day? What is Thanksgiving for? What is Thanksgiving for? We're thankful we came and we fucked these native people.
We just want to kill turkeys, bro. Shut the fuck up. We just want to kill some turkeys.
That is literally
we just want one day where we can kill a bunch of fucking turkeys.
Quote unquote came to an agreement.
Yeah, there was no agreement. You know,
how many native people are we coming across nowadays?
0.
You have to be 1/16. There's no purebred native people still alive.
You have to go into the forest to find a native dude.
And we still celebrate Thanksgiving.
You have to go buy cigarettes if you want to meet a native dude.
Yeah.
Bro, like this was the deal that was made. Like the pilgrim comes up and he's just like, listen, this is your land. You know, I can respect that. You were here first. Let's make a deal. Mm-hmm. We'll kill all of you and take this, and you'll be okay with it. And then like he said it with a smile, and the native guy had no idea what the fuck he was saying. He's just like, okay, that's good. that was the deal. We made a deal.
Anybody just please go watch The Revenant and just watch Leonardo DiCaprio just walk in and start calling all of them tree niggers.
Really, eh? Imagine.
Man, when I first watched The Revenant, I was like, holy fuck.
You just dropped a hard R on my puffed up podcast, bro. This guy couldn't even do an A for the sake of I think I actually have to bleep. I'll bleep out the last 3 letters so people know.
Yeah, you will get canceled. I said it.
That's true. You're black.
If you guys also want some fun time to do by yourself, go look up Justin Bieber singing "One Less Lonely Nigga."
Yo, what's
which is funny because he just posted something called "Stand Against Racism." So,
okay? What's your view on on white people saying the N word or just the N word in general?
In terms of like, and I've watched debates on this before. In terms of society, when white people do say the N word, it does set society back because society has made a moral standard.
Yeah.
So once you break that moral standard, it causes conflict within our society. So therefore, that's why it's not okay for white people to say the N word in public spaces.
Right.
However, if you're in private, it really doesn't affect people. It really doesn't.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
But in public spaces, when it's said, it does affect our society.
Cause like I remember what's the fucking song, man? I think it's by Kendrick.
Oh, when he brought the girl up on stage.
No. It was off his. I think it was off Good Kid, Mad City, where he's like, yeah. Oh, that's the song. Okay, but like I was watching him perform a concert, and someone was viewing like videotaping, and it was like a full street, maybe like fucking 3,000 people, all a bunch of white people, and they're all saying the fucking, and they're all jumping up and down saying the word at the same time, and I was like, oh, you sick.
That's what I'm saying. As Kendrick Lamar is like proudly black, you have to be to just go on stage and just watch everybody call you.
Yeah, but that's the thing. But it's in the song.
Yeah.
Do you just go like when the word pops up, you just go quiet real quick, or you keep jamming out? Bro?
I definitely think artists should say it less, just for the sake they know. Like most people who go to concerts are white people.
Yeah, but why do you think? Why is it a word that anyone would want to say anymore? Like of all the shit you could call someone,
it's kind of like, fam, if I were to tell 10 group of people that they can't do something. Yeah, that is the most enticing thing ever.
They're gonna say it. They want to say it.
Anything you can't do is something that you want to do the most. Yeah. So I don't really
like. Yeah, but it has such a like. Everyone understands it has a shady past.
Yeah.
So it just seems like one of those words that like if you say it in a proper context. Yeah. But like for example, with gay people, is everyone just gonna ditch the word like queer or gay because some people use it in a negative context? It's so slippery, yo, because I'm a white person. I'm not gonna lie. I can't get into this, bro.
Yeah, it's a lot. You know what? I can't lie though. In certain contexts, it's different for me. So like Louis C.K. is one of my favorite comedians ever, and he has said the N-word in one of his shows. And I don't know why, because it's like the way he's done it in an artful, tasteful way to joke. Like I can, it's not something I'm angry at. You know what I mean?
Here's my view on all words in general. Is that like, and this is like, I'll swear in front of my little brothers, and they'll be like, "Why do you say words like that?" And I'm like, "Because it doesn't matter." Yeah. Because it doesn't matter. It's just a fucking noise coming from my mouth. Yeah. If you let someone dictate your life based on sound vibrations coming off a tongue, you're a moron. Yeah. If you don't like what that person says, just just walk the other way. Don't listen.
And I'm not
fucking gonna lie, switch channels.
Even in terms of expression, like when I'm expressing myself, I feel most at myself when I can say fuck, shit, bitch.
Like, what is a bad word? What the fuck does that even mean? Yeah. What is a bad word? What is bad about this sequence of letters? What are you trying to tell me right now? This is fucking stupid. Yeah. Like, I understand where where Louis C.K. comes from with a lot of his jokes, because he kind of pushes that idea where it's like, okay, like, what are we really getting worked up for on a lot of his jokes that he kind of pokes at? You know, like he pokes the bear to see if you'll get upset, and then he'll kind of make fun of the idea of why you're upset. That's why he is a genius.
Words will always change, and new words will always become offensive. Like even the word like midget used to be the scientific term for little people, but then it became offensive.
So I have to say little person now, because that's so long.
No, little person is actually like, I'm pretty sure that's offensive now.
What about midge? Can I like kind of like midge slang it up? It does. What's good, midge? You know,
that does lighten it.
It does. It's like it's like saying the N-word with an A at the end.
You know what's crazy? The way that they've said it is like, it's like they went from midget to dwarf to little person.
Dwarf
like,
is so.
none of these are like
Dwarf
none
is
of
an
these are
ugly
appealing.
word. Yeah, they're not, none of those are very. Like little person has way too many syllables.
Yeah.
Dwarf just sounds like an ugly word. Anytime you have a W,
Yeah,
and like an
dwarfism.
F,
Like what
the fuck?
dwarfism? Like who made that word?
Yeah, there are more appealing words,
Yeah.
which is strange.
I'm not gonna try and figure it out because I don't want to offend nobody. But
Yeah, bro. But like, who the fuck cares? Like, if you are a midget, I don't give a fuck. Like, I can't keep up with if people want to change their title every 2 seconds.
yeah,
Like, it doesn't
even with
matter.
sexuality,
It doesn't matter what you call yourself. I don't give a shit. Like, yeah, sexuality. Here's the thing, yo. I don't give a fuck because sexuality is the most least interesting thing in the world because everyone has one.
Yeah.
Why would you? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it, man.
And again, I'm not of a person who like has switched by. I'm not transitioned. I'm a cisgendered male. But
What did you just say?
cisgendered. It's a word I learned
What
this
the
year.
fuck is that, man? You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You're talking about cis on my show.
Yeah.
You're talking about pimples when I'm trying to talk about names.
Yeah,
You see, you're confusing me now. What's cisgender?
Cisgendered is people who identify with the gender that they were born with.
So normal. You could just say normal.
Oh, Gabe.
You could just say
Gabe,
the
you're
way.
offending people.
Okay,
Don't
you know
offend
what?
people.
Okay, well, oh my bad. I guess we should
We're
stop.
cisgendered. We're not.
I'm, you know,
Quote, unquote.
you're a
Everyone's normal.
listen, you're a cis. I'm just a
Whoa.
normal dude, bro.
Okay.
I don't know what you're saying right now.
Gabe, edit point.
Okay, but like, here's the thing. I understand why someone transitioning would be like, I don't identify with this. But like, why are you creating a whole weird word that all in all describes nothing? It just describes
I'm
nothing.
fine if you want to be called something different. Just make sure that you know what you want to be called. Because
Yeah,
there was, I
that's a
think
good point.
there's debates within the transgender community of what certain people in certain different situations should be called.
Yeah.
So it's like I've seen like a video of this debate, and it ended with a transgender person in tears because they were like within each other. There was no
Yeah.
other like factor. It was like just the LGBT community
Yeah.
having a conversation with itself on what they should be called, and it ended with somebody in tears.
Dude, this sounds like a religion. Like a fucking like a meeting happened
Yeah.
with all the head fucking members of the unit.
Oh, sorry.
But here's who, but to be fair for them, there is a lot of people who are like, who just aren't open-minded at all.
Oh yeah.
So they kind of, when they'll call them whatever the fuck they want, like horrible names, whatever. They'll be intentionally cruel to these people.
Yeah.
So they're trying to set these definitions aside to kind of create something, create a real identity. It's all in the process of like trying to figure out what the fuck you are.
Yeah. And I guess as a society, because of this, we're moving forward.
Yeah, but I don't think creating a bunch of stupid fucking words that describe nothing is moving forward. Like, do what you want to do as a person. Be who the fuck you are. But stop inventing 30 different terms to make yourself feel more secure about that thing. Instead, just keep it inside yourself and feel that like it's fake. It's fake to me. It's like this attempt of trying to create something that they're not.
But again, this is what feelings do for a society. Like, this is why it's fucked up in China that they don't give a fuck. But also in our side, it's because we have such internal conflict of trying to consider every person and everybody's feelings.
Yeah.
This is why we end up in certain situations like this.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm fine with it because our society, I like our society. I like the way we live.
It's great. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do.
But from other countries' perspectives, like I literally see this video. The title of the video is like, "Is America obsessed with race and gender?"
Yeah.
Because from their perspective, it's like, why are you guys like still arguing about it?
Yeah. It is silly. But the thing about other countries are, like America and Canada, they're not really countries. They're just a mass of immigrants. You know what I mean? Like in America, I hate, this is why I hate when Americans get so patriotic. It's like, what the fuck? Hey man, what are you talking about? Because Texas has as much in common with fucking New York as Mexico does with Germany. There's like, what are you saying right now, man? just like some Mexicans settled here, some Germans settled up there, some Swedes here, some fucking French people. Like, it's not a real thing. What? And it's kind of like the flag of freedom and all, and it's all symbolic. But the point is that these two countries are just a mass of different cultures, massive different ideas, massive different identities and backgrounds. There is no, like, as soon as you make a unifying factor, I think you kill a lot of the magic of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because then, I don't know. It's kind of hard. It's hard to describe.
Because now we're talking about, like, wow, how a unifying factor is wrong, and then how many different factors also fuck us. So there's no real right answer.
Because I'm thinking, like, a unified factor actually isn't that bad for people to, like, come together around and, you know, like, a sense of community. Yeah. But at the same time, it makes people fucking stupid. It really makes them stupid, because anything that goes outside of that unifying factor, like if you do something that's un-American or un-Canadian, you're immediately fucking exiled. You're immediately cut out.
Yeah, because that's the one thing. Like, America has that too, like the highest degree. But I think Canada could use a percentage more of it.
You see, I think that's what makes Canada better than America. Shouts out to Canada, bro. Yeah. Actually, you know what? The weather here sucks ass. Fuck Canada. I'm joking. Canada's great, but I think that's where Canada's a little better, because people aren't like, so, well, are you fucking Canadian or not? Are you a fucking Canadian? Let me see your identity there. Yeah. Why don't you believe in this if you're a real Canadian? They're more just like, okay, we're here. It's fucking cold. We're going to get through the winter together, bud. We're going to have some Molsons, watch the fucking Leafs. The Raps are doing good, bud. Yeah. We're going to have a good time, okay? And it's not like this big fucking deal, because it's not a big deal. We're living on a random piece of land on Earth in the middle of fucking nowhere. The borders were drew by a bunch of people who were fucking stupid compared to who we are now. Like, if you take all the lines off of a map, it's just a fucking planet. It's just a planet. Yeah. Where you're born is just chance.
Different shades of us. Different sizes, different shades, different
like, where you're born on this planet is complete chance. You have no say in it.
Hey, don't get me started. Zero. That's what I believe about religion. Whatever religion that you're born with is just based on chance.
Oh yeah. Like, how can you like, which God is the right one? You know?
There is none. It's like whatever area you're born in is that, like, most likely what you're going to believe in. Some people go delve off into other ones, but
maybe all of them are true. Maybe there's just a bunch of different gods fucking with us, and they have like their own. They have like their own club. They meet on Fridays. Yeah. They're like, yo, how are we gonna fuck with the humans today? Yo, let's trip out this guy and make him think I'm a god.
It's just because there's so many different opinions. Like, I literally believe, like, there is no way possible on this earth that we can specifically know what God is.
No,
I don't think we can come close.
Yeah, for sure, dude. We're chimps. Yeah, we're fucking chimps.
I don't think we can come close, and that's why I think, like, your purpose in life is to become your best self and then benefit others.
That's beautiful.
That's it. And reproduce.
Yeah. Like, literally, the point of life. People always get down. Sometimes I get down about it. I'm like, what's the point of life? Then I think about it for a second. I'm like, oh, it's literally to dump a load into a girl. And then raise the kid and die. That's the point of what.
Continue.
That's the continuation of the species.
Do you think ants in their tunnel are thinking about what the meaning of life is?
There's no existence.
They support the queen.
Yeah.
The queen gives birth.
Right.
Then they all die.
Yeah. That's exactly what life continues. That's what life for a man is like. Yeah. You support the queen. You fucking produce and you die.
Like, how would the honeycomb look if a bunch of bees decided that they were gonna go off and do other shit, like
find themselves?
Find themselves. We're just like all the honeycombs are like falling apart. Like, all of his society is just falling apart. I don't know, it's you, man. Like, we have no more honey because he's decided to find themselves. Listen, I couldn't decide what to do, man. Life's hard, man.
Like, I wasn't born a worker. I'm an artist.
Imagine a bee having depression.
Bro, I swear to God, they have that now. I think that's why a bunch of them are dying. Like, straight up,
bees have depression.
That's what they're calling it some fancy name, the disease they have, but
If
straight
you
up.
title this, please title it "Do Bees Have Depression?" Lack of honey due to bees' depression.
Oh shit, that was too funny, bro.
Yeah, bees have feelings now. That's why we
Fucking ants gonna move to California to pursue its dream. You know what I'm saying, bro?
This is the way China thinks, because they're like, okay, fuck all that.
Yeah, fuck building a colony. I'm trying to make it, bro. What do you mean?
You do something that makes you a fuck ton of money, and then you move on.
And then the ant, after it moves to California, starts tweeting, "Fuck the 9 to 5. I'm chasing it."
Yeah, fuck the 9 to 5, dude.
I wasn't born for the 9 to 5. I'm out here creating dreams.
That literally is society. Just
So that's the thing. Humans are the only like creatures that have this issue,
yeah.
and we're the smartest ones.
Some of us.
No, like every human being, every single one, unless you die at the age of 10, you're gonna go through a period of trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. Wait a minute, where the fuck am I right now? You know, because we're smart enough to realize, oh, we're just on this thing in the middle of nowhere, and I'm not supposed to ask any questions. I'm just supposed to walk around and fuck and die and move on. Yeah, pretty much. But like I don't know, I guess you're right, different people are kind of more prone to it. I'm the kind of person who likes to step back and ask those kind of questions. Other people I know, like Julian's a good example. Julian couldn't give a shit less. He's the kind of guy that's just like, I'm here to fucking and move on. And when I died, for me, it's like, wait a minute, what the fuck are we here? What's it all for? Blah 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 blah. Like I get like that, and but other people obviously like Julian aren't, and it's strange. I wonder where that comes from.
I think it might be faith, because Julian has a strong sense of faith. So for people with that strong sense of faith and people who question it, it's like, say if I believe in God, it's saying God. Like for people who believe in God, they worry less about life after death.
Oh yeah, because they have an answer.
Yeah, but for people who don't have an answer, like for me, it's like I like to put more meaning into life right now. Right. That's why I chase dreams. So because my meaning to life is in like what I'm breathing right now. My meaning to life is now, not after I die.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point. Fuck, I was gonna say something there, but I forgot. Oh yeah, like when you brought up religion, do you think that's why it's so successful? And I actually think about that sometimes, because I used to be really anti-religion, just because like I grew up religious and I got out of it, and I was like, oh, this is like it's such total bullshit. But like there are some good things about religion. Like I see people who put their trust in quote unquote God and just become good people because of it. You know what I'm saying? So and like obviously you don't fucking know if it's real or anything. There's no way to prove it. It's just simply the belief.
That's why do what's best for you.
Belief is crazy, man. Yo, like the placebo effect makes no fucking sense. It makes no sense at all to me, man. I don't know. Like people taking pills, you know what the placebo effect is, right? Like people in clinical trials will take like a sugar pill instead of the actual medication, but psychologically you'll trick yourself and your body will reproduce the same effect.
Fam, that's why I believe in energy. Fam, you don't know what your body can do.
Like what the fuck is that shit, man? People who just start believing in something just like almost automatically are better off. Like their body starts to work better, their mind starts to work better. It's this weird thing. No matter what you believe in, if you believe in some crazy shit, believe in religion, you don't believe in religion, you believe in people or yourself or whatever. It's like this weird driving force. And in that, but it's
that's why there definitely could be a God factor. Because imagine, like, say energy, right? Say the way people think. Imagine an entire millions of population of people manifesting an energy of God.
What do you mean? Go deeper.
Imagine this, right? So, I think they said about when tragic things happen, there's an actual energy. And then science can pick up this energy. Like there's an energy shift, because when all people are thinking something shifts.
Yeah.
So imagine if an entire community of people believe in God, what if in that energy it creates a god?
I understand
So in like
kind of what you're trying to say.
the way people manifest, say the way people pray,
Yeah.
and I'm coming to realize like the idea of praying is just literally putting that energy of manifestation out into the world,
That's true.
and then for some it comes back to you.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because I'm not religious, but when I see people pray and they manifest something and then it comes true, it's like it reconfirms them and it makes them stronger for it.
Right, but at the same time, you don't have to pray to get that.
You don't.
You kind of just have to think. Like prayer is just one way to do it. You know what I'm saying? There's like 100 different fucking ways to do it. It's all the same thing. It's strange. It's like this is something you would put on a fucking card that you get from Hallmark.
Yeah.
But like belief is this weird power driving force, man. It's crazy.
I'm telling you, like I've learned, especially because like the way I'm thinking right now, like my mindset is like the mindset I have right now is at the best that I've ever had, and I truly.
You've been doing drugs?
No, no, not November.
That's disappointing.
But
that's crazy.
I truly believe that like understanding patience and then going for what you want, like the things that you actually want in life come to you. Like once you discipline yourself and you actually learn patience and you learn that shit's not gonna happen for you that easily, that's when you're ready to actually receive.
But I want to know.
You gotta work hard.
I want it now.
Do you believe in your?
I want it for Christmas.
Gotta work hard. Wait for it.
No, I'm just gonna skip the dishes.
Yeah.
And sit here and watch TV.
Oh, you know what I learned also?
You.
That's another thing about confidence.
What?
They see people's number one like lack of confidence is in comparison, because people are always comparing themselves to other people.
Yeah, it's cancerous.
Yeah, it's like once you realize that nobody is above or below you, that's when you can truly be confident.
People are just the issue is you can't know what the fuck people's thinking. Because if I could just look across the street and realize, oh wait a minute, this guy's thinking the same shit as me, I'm not alone in this. Then like there's gonna be so much more confidence in your ability to deal with it. But like in this day and age, like that, it's hardly becoming an excuse anymore. Because all you have to do is fucking do a couple Google searches to find out that, like that's not true. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the things that we believe in our head that give us lack of confidence when we compare ourselves and be like, why am I not like this? Why am I not doing this? Like you can just Google a fucking guy who is a dirtbag till 35 and change his life by believing in this and that and fucking is successful, but used to believe the same shit as you did.
That's for me. And right now I'm in a Discord, right? Which with a bunch of
fucking nerds.
Well, YouTubers are nerds.
Fucking
but I'm in a Discord
nerds.
with like
can I wait? I'm a YouTuber. Can I get the password?
See if you can get permission into the secret.
Okay, yo, bro, get me in, bro. I'm excited.
I'm in this community, right? And I have the lowest amount of subscribers about this community, and we have people.
So you're like the beta.
Yeah.
They talk shit about you, don't they?
But it's like there's people with 100,000 subscribers in our Discord.
I'm an alpha.
20,000 subscribers in our Discord. There's people with 10,000.
Yeah.
And in my head, talking with these people, I've realized I've always tried to compare myself. But at the end of the day, I know what's coming from me. Yeah. And I literally say this phrase to myself all the time. Never look at another person's plate.
That's a good
because
phrase.
What's coming for you is special to you. It'll make you happy.
What's coming for you, bro?
So, yo, the shit that's coming for me, fam.
Is it gonna be money?
Yo,
is it gonna be money, Jado?
I'm not gonna lie.
I like money.
I'm so excited for life. I'm so excited for life, dude.
Life is exciting.
I'm so excited.
You can do things here.
I'm happy now, and I'm so excited for what's to come.
You know why I like life? Because you can do things.
Yeah, I like life because people make life complicated. Like you can sit, like for most people right now in this fucking country, you could just go and have a great meal.
Yeah, that's crazy. You know what though? Like I feel like, and it's weird when I think about this. The fact that like super rich people, and they have kids, and then their kids are just complete fucking miserable. Like they're just doing cocaine, like they want to kill themselves. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's like you have everything. Mm-hmm. You have it all. You just have to snap your finger. You can literally, you know those lights where you clap and the light turns on? You have that with human souls.
Yeah.
You just fucking summon a soul by clapping your hands. Imagine, what the fuck, man? What are you depressed about? But then you kind of realize, like, that all this material shit, everything we have, it doesn't count for much. It doesn't count for
that's
much.
what I'm saying. Like, I could live my life growing up, like, I hate the fact that I had a single mom and that, like, time was rough and I never got to really spend time. But I realized that, like, my mindset, like, my sense of appreciation,
You preach?
is so high, and that people don't have, even in terms of looks.
Yeah.
Like, I think I'm truly, like, such a good-looking person.
All right, man.
And this may sound narcissistic. This may sound narcissistic, but it's
Okay,
because,
you know,
like,
I don't want to
I
indulge.
really work towards it.
Okay, I don't want to indulge that kind of narcissism. You're not a bad looking dude. You're not a bad looking dude.
I'm not gonna lie, like, I really look at myself and I'm like, damn, I'm so fucking good looking.
Fucking, this guy's a ting.
And it's
You're
crazy
a ting.
because I earned it.
You're a ting.
I earned it.
You know that,
I
Jadal?
worked for
You
my
actually,
good
let me tell you something. You actually didn't fucking earn it because your jeans.
I worked hard.
No.
for my good
No.
looks.
Your jeans are stupid, bro. You had a 6-pack when you were like 12.
I worked for
It's
it.
not even. No. Bro, I have.
No. This goes to my argument though. This is what I mean about never looking at another person's plate.
All right.
So if I'm growing up, right, and I have like fucked up teeth,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, I'm so upset that I have fucked up teeth.
Well, you
because-
do.
Oh, I did.
No. You do.
Please.
I'm joking, bro. You had braces. You did well. You have
That's what I
beautiful teeth. Beautiful pearls.
If I spent my whole life growing up
Yeah.
saying that, like, oh, if only I had fucked up teeth, maybe
Yeah.
I would have never delved through the path of, like, yeah, I have good genes, but if I never actually started working out, I would have never gotten to the side.
No, you would have. That's the thing,
Fam,
bro. That's the thing I'm mad about what you're saying right now. Fuck you, bro.
Fam, I go to the gym every
I'm
day.
joking. I know, but I'm
kidding.
just saying,
No,
like, yo,
I'm
some
kidding.
people are fucking. There's people who are just born diesel, just born ready to
that's-
crack skulls.
That's what I mean. Learn what is best for you.
Okay, but here's
That's what I'm saying.
here's another
Learn
thing,
what is
bro. I
best.
have to stop you here because you said I worked on being good looking.
Yeah.
Being good looking and a person who's fucking beautiful. I know
Mm-hmm.
this. Being good looking is easy as fuck. It's just given to you when you're born.
Fam, no, it's not.
I'm
gonna tell you this right now.
okay. I agree with. I know what you're
Really?
gonna say.
Certain women,
Yeah.
who were really attractive in high school,
Yeah.
they didn't go up.
Yeah.
They went down.
They went down
Because
yeah.
why? They didn't have that sense of appreciation.
That's true.
The fact that I'm this size, like, and I've gone to this, like, I know I'm only going up from here because my appreciation will make me do my daily disciplines to only go up from here. A girl who just has it all right now
Yeah.
is only going down because she doesn't appreciate.
You can't
what she
peak
has.
in high school. Never peak in high school.
That's
If
terrible.
anyone's in high school right now listening to this, one, you probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
Grow some hair on your balls or your.
If you're in
or
high
your-
school and you're ugly right now, fam, don't worry.
Yeah, you're blessed. You're straight up lucky.
Fam,
If
you are going to go up and you're going to appreciate it. You're going to
Like-
just go up from
like for me in high school, bro, I didn't hit puberty till like late. I didn't hit puberty till like fucking grade 10 or something.
there.
It was just strange, man. I was short and stubby. I was not a good looking kid. Now look at me, Joe. I'm fucking gorgeous, bro. Girls
Yeah, you are, dude.
girls stop me on the street and say like they kind of touch me and stuff, and they're like, "Oh, I was just checking if you were real." You know what I'm saying? But
like the fact is, and the thing why I joke around like this and it's
Yeah.
so much fun is because I literally came from a place of insecurity.
yeah, no, I think everyone does. But
So,
let me just finish talking about myself because this is my podcast.
and I'm not gonna lie, Gabe, you are fucking good looking.
I'm so good looking, bro. And you know what? It actually did take some work. Mostly jeans. Mostly jeans.
But and say for example, and you being your best self, like you would have never like got your long hair or decided to get your tattoos or do anything for yourself that you
This
like.
guy's saying these extensions are the best qualities
Because
of me.
the thing is, like, the reason why I feel like I'm good looking isn't because of like just other people.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'm good looking because I've always wanted to look like this, like the way I look like now.
But looking good is here's my problem. I don't give a shit about looking good at all.
No,
but
I
I
just wanna look how I want to look.
but I understand how like important it is sometimes to just look good because it gives you confidence.
Yeah, presentable.
It fucking
Having a nice outfit does make it easier.
Like I dress like a bum. I dress like a. You could. Everyone who watches this podcast on YouTube, and if you're a listener on iTunes or Spotify, and all the other great platforms, I appreciate you. You can always check our beautiful faces out on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're only watching on YouTube, you can always listen on the go on iTunes, Spotify, and all the other good places, right, Janelle? You knew,
Stream
but
that.
you knew that.
Stream that.
You knew that. Everyone knows I dress like a fucking bum. I look like a bummeaser.
Mm-hmm.
But like I got this golden boy face that just is beautiful and ridiculous. So people are always surprised. They're like, Gabe, why aren't you a model? Why aren't you, like Zara hit you up the other week? And I'm like, I just don't give a fuck, guys. I just don't care.
And I'm sure you have the appreciation to actually put healthy food into your body.
You know what? You would think, right? But I just love food too much.
Hey, fam.
I just fucking love food.
All it takes for you to get one round face to just start getting your shit together.
I know. You know what? I've always been chubby, but I've always been in good shape. Like I back in the day, I could outrun you for sure. You would kill me in a sprint. There's no doubt.
In terms of stamina?
Yeah.
Oh, you got it.
I was a fucking tank, bro. But like I was always in good athletic shape because I had soccer.
Mm-hmm.
And like soccer was religious, bro. Soccer was religion. So I was just out there every day. But I was always chubby. So like I've always kept myself in good shape, but whenever I find fucking food, that same sound every time. Every time. For 20 years. Yeah. 22 years. Yeah, I feel
that, man.
I see you're fading a little bit. Huh? You didn't even say. I have to call you out on your bullshit again, Janelle, because this is the Puffed Up podcast, and you didn't even have a smoke with me.
I couldn't today.
We went on the porch, and you didn't have a smoke with me, guys. You couldn't. Why? Why not?
Couldn't for Juice.
Shouts out to Juice, bro.
Because I know, like
too young.
The way he, at his last moments, he would have wished he would have never done drugs at all.
Yeah, that's. Ooh,
and like
that's so sad.
That heaviness of regret is just too strong for me to just. I wouldn't be able to smoke today or
yeah, but that's also weed is great, man. He was doing some other shit. He was doing the evil drugs.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, even in that moment, on his last dying breath, he would have wished to never do anything.
Nah, he probably would have been like, I should have smoked that joint instead.
He would have wanted to be straight edge if it meant that he could be alive.
No, I think he would have been like, you know what? Maybe one beer would have been good.
And maybe, I don't know. At the end of the day, I don't know. Maybe he could be content with his life. But if I was addicted to drugs and it was on my last dying breath, I would have been sad that I didn't go straight edge.
I would have been sad.
Even in him dying today, I thought about going straight edge completely. No alcohol, no weed, no nothing for the rest of my life.
Like, yeah, if I was in a similar situation of that and I was about to die, I think the last thing I would have thought is, fuck, I wish I did meth.
Yeah.
Cause then at least I would have been getting a really good high instead of this shit called Xanax. What the fuck is Xanax? Bro, Xanax just makes you sad. How the fuck would you ever want to take that as... What?
Doesn't it make you sleepy on planes? That's why you get it prescribed.
Yeah, it's like an anti-anxiety medication. It just makes you numb, makes you stupid.
Taking man-made medication is fucked.
It's good. It's because like Xanax has actual. Oh no,
recreationally. I mean.
Yeah, recreationally. That's so fried. Why would you? Okay, but here's the thing though, and I've said this on this podcast many times now. Have you ever had like a Percocet? Or anything opiate based?
No.
Maybe like a Tylenol 3.
I've had Tylenol, but other than that,
but like Tylenol 3 is like a stronger.
I've never had a Tylenol that made me feel different.
Okay, so
it just settled.
All right, yeah. So, bro, I took 3 Percocets one day. Not my finest hour. Was recovering from my surgery. I was feeling down. I took 3 Percocets on an empty stomach. I was just fucking stupid, just sitting down on the couch, engulfed in this nice, warm, fuzzy feeling. You feel nothing, and you feel great at the same time. Those drugs feel so good, but they're not good for you.
That's why I don't even want to play around with this.
Never play around with that shit.
I don't even want to I don't even want to open Pandora's box of drugs.
No,
to
just
find out I really
just smoke
fuck
a
with some
joint,
shit.
you know. You smoke a joint or two. You have a
Yeah.
coffee.
The way
you
I
take,
smoke
you
weed,
take
I'm
a
happy.
mushroom every 6 months.
I'm
You
cool
feel
on
good about life, bro.
Fam, Gabe,
I'm
mushrooms
gonna,
got set back.
I'm gonna
Like,
convert
if
you.
there
bro.
was one time that like I would be up to mushrooms, that got set back 6 years.
Why?
Oh, because today the juice,
But mushrooms, okay, but psychedelics are a whole different thing.
yeah.
That's the, like, yeah, that's the tough one because people like to group all drugs together.
Yeah.
I think that's a problem. I think it's because it's not the same.
Yeah.
It's like I don't group all colors together. Each color is different. They have different attributes, different feelings attached to
But
it.
that's the thing. It's
Like
not because
red
I
is a
don't-
happy color.
It's like it's not because I don't think that I'll like it.
Bring that mic up.
Oh,
bitch.
like my fear is that it me liking drugs. It's not that I'm not liking them.
Oh yeah.
My
well-
fear is in me getting addicted.
Well.
My
Yeah.
fear is in something becoming a regular occurrence in my life.
I'm-
Even the way I smoke weed, I only smoke if I'm with you or with other
I'm
people.
not saying I'm a bad influence, eh? I thought.
No, because it's recreational. If I smoke with you, it's like different.
yeah, it's different. I
Even
know
when I'm with you today, I didn't smoke.
because I'm a professional.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you hurt my feelings a little bit. I thought what you were gonna say is
Smoke.
like I don't smoke, but when I do, I smoke stupid. That's what you should have said.
Man, I like the fact that every time I smoke, it's like the shit hits me with a little amount.
Oh
I
yeah,
like that my- I like that my
you've
tolerance is low.
always been such a fucking lightweight,
I love
man.
that. I love
So
that even
lucky.
with alcohol. I love the fact that I have a low tolerance. I love it. I
See-
have such a better time with less.
I rolled a joint. I rolled a big joint, king size joint, intended for both of us to smoke.
Yeah.
And then you became a pussy bitch, so I had to smoke it by myself.
Yeah.
Right.
And it doesn't hit the same as
I'm
the
not
last.
even fried anymore.
Exactly.
It's been oh shit, it's been almost over an hour. I guess we should wrap this up. It's been over an hour. I'm just not fried anymore. And it was like this is good weed,
Yeah.
big size joint. I need to take a big tolerance, but I
And
think
that's what
Puffed Up Podcast is gonna go sober for a couple weeks. You know.
That's what I'm saying. Because like after you get to that point, it's like always up from there. For me, it's like it's always a new experience.
But here's the thing, yo. I think it has less to do with the drug and more about the person.
Yeah.
Because like one person who is mentally doing well and has their shit together can enjoy weed and not be so dependent on it. One person who doesn't have their shit together and is just fucking smoking all day or using whatever other drug, you name it,
But
that person's gonna get addicted, right?
and that's the thing that comes with tolerance and experience. For me, like that's why even when it comes to like going to the gym and working out, even if you want to get yourself to a certain like body point,
Yeah.
even if the person next to you has like better genes, at the end of the day, if you make this a part of your lifestyle, you're always improving.
Yeah.
You're never not regressing. If you make the gym as part of your life, you're never not regressing.
You know what, bro? Gym is life. Straight up, bro. I fucking shred.
You should have 3 hobbies: one that makes you fit, one that makes you money, and one that makes you creative.
What hobby makes you money?
Work.
It's not a fucking hobby.
Yeah.
That's called.
Pretty close. I like my.
You're just you're another cog in the corporate scheme.
I don't think you can say the company name.
Why not?
That's what they said to me. I can't.
Oh yeah,
mention
because
my
you
company
dropped
name
a
on YouTube.
hard N word with a hard
Oh yeah,
ER.
they might not like that.
They might not like. Well, you are black, but they might not like that.
Why
So
wouldn't they
you know
like-
what?
What if they didn't like that?
It's
and I called them
H&M.
racist.
It's H&M. There you go. Let's let the fucking chips
If
fall where
didn't
they
like
do.
that, if they didn't like that, what if I called them racist?
You could. Dude, I said it at the beginning of this podcast, I'll say it again. The age of the white man is done. If you want to strike,
I like white people.
strike now.
I like white
Okay,
people. I
for
like all people of all kinds and colors.
Okay, well, you're a pussy. For all the other ethnic listeners here,
I like all my
strike
people.
now while the iron is hot. White people are done. Finished.
Everybody is beautiful,
You
no
wanna-
matter what size.
No, don't listen
Big,
to this guy.
fat, small, skinny pitty.
This guy's lying, bro. If you want to take some
love you
punches
all.
at white people, now is the time.
I love every skin color.
Because, yo,
Even if you have vitiligo and you have multiple skin colors, I still fuck with you.
listen, white people are sneaky. We'll come back on the top. If you want to get some punches, you gotta do it now. And I think that's a good ending message. You know, we had a lot of positive talk, but but
White people.
the moral of the story is fuck white people. But
I love all people.
yeah, me too.
It's beautiful.
But mostly white people.
God,
I'm fucking.
I've
He just
always
checked
wanted-
himself out in the camera, and he did that light skin
God.
thing where he kind of like, bro. Why are light skins always licking themselves? Why are they always fucking touching their heads and licking their lips, bro?
Right.
Always.
They get bitches though. So.
They do. Maybe I gotta start.
So-
I just gotta
Exactly.
start walking up to girls.
Fam, I don't question shit. I just learned from it. I don't question shit. I learned from it.
Oh shit! All right, yo. Thanks for coming on. You want to plug your channel for all our 3 listeners? 4
All right,
listeners?
guys.
5?
I go by the name
Oh my god.
Jaheem.
Okay, but do it quick.
Sometimes I go by the name Akeem.
Oh my god.
Sometimes I go by the name Bartholomew.
I'll cut the mic.
Sometimes I go by the name Janelle. But you know what? Check out my YouTube channel, Akeem Bartholomew.
Okay.
And I have a burner channel. Actually, I'm not gonna say the name.
If
yet.
you think
This is my
anyone
burner
is gonna go to your channel after that, you're fucking
please
wrong.
Please don't go to my channel.
Go to his
Actually,
channel, yo. It's a
don't.
good channel. What's it? What's it? AkeemB? Is it still
Akeem Bartholomew.
okay? What the fuck is that, man? That is a white name.
Mhm.
That is a really white name.
Bartholomew is just from a One Piece character, and I feel like a king when I say Bartholomew. Makes me feel good.
It does sound like a medieval king, like an English king.
Doesn't it feel good?
It does.
Bartholomew. It's power.
It's too long. I'll call you Bartho, my boy Bartho.
Nah, fam.
It's Akeem Bartho.
Don't short my name. It's Bartholomew. Akeem Bartholomew.
All right, bro. Thanks you for coming on one more time. Thank you so much.
Can I kiss this?
And we talked about anime. We talked about black people and white people. We talked about juice.
R.I.P.
We talked about ants finding themselves. We had a good time, bro. And thanks if you guys have listened to this point, and you should have, because it's been a firecracker of an episode.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a banger.
It's been a banger, as the kids would say.
Banger alert. Banger alert.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Wherever you're at, we're on iTunes, Spotify. Where the fuck else? Anywhere you listen to podcasts, really, we should be there, except like SoundCloud. And we're on YouTube. Thanks for listening, guys. I love you. We're gonna play the ending music now.